morning everyone, it's Rachel here and we are going to do work on my Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, but first I wanted to show you my finished tree page. I did canthus stitch all in the back and I added my cluster tab, so that's hanging loose so that it will then, not on this page, but it will go on the next page. So when I do the next page I have to be mindful that I'm going to have that on the other side. So I just thought I'd show you that quickly. And now we're going to work on our, I think it's our fourth page. So I've got a little loopy bit there. I'll just pull it through to the back. It's okay. Right, I've stitched down just with an overcast stitch all of my little bits and pieces here. I didn't do needle turn. That would have been very fiddly. I could have done it, but it would have been fiddly. So the way I approached it was I took like the windows off, I kept this pinned on, and I stitched this down, then that down, and then I put those on. I stitched the back down here, then the roof, and then those, and so on. So I stitched that first, the background, the roof, and then the details, the car, the windows, the wheels, and then the present. So, and here of course you start with what's at the back and then work to what's on the top. So now we have to figure out a little stray bit there. I'm going to go around the edge of all of the house bodies with a backstitch. So I might grab a stranded cotton. I think I'll go around them all with a blue. Might use that blue. That's one of my favorite blues. It's number 931. I use that one a lot. I've got the same color in the Alsace hanks, but it's up there. I can't be bothered to get it, so I'll just use this. And I'm only going to, I don't want it to be too thick, so I'm going to use 2 strands. So I'll just do one, and then I'll do all of the others off camera, and I won't finish this, all of this in the video. So I will just, when I've finished, I've got photographs of the other ones, I'll put those up. And then when I finish this, I will post it on Instagram. Okay, so I'm just going to come here. I'm thinking I'm going to go around the roofs with a overcast stitch in some sort of color. I don't know whether I'll change the color, so I want to do a little stitch. I can't seem to go for a little back stitch here. It'll take a while to do. So kind of in this video, do I need to zoom in? Maybe we'll zoom in a tiny bit. Hopefully I don't go off screen. In this video, I will just show you the different bits and pieces, what I'm going to do. And then I'll just do it off camera because it will take a while. So when I was stitching on my pieces, I was very careful. I don't know if you can see, where's one? I was very careful not to go too close to the edge because otherwise it's just going to fray. And I wasn't too concerned. I don't mind seeing my stitches, so I wasn't too concerned about matching the thread color to the fabric color, if that makes sense. I'm just doing little back stitches here. And just something that I can do from the TV. If I ever got to watch the TV, because we keep having things going on, and I haven't really watched the TV or YouTube since I got back. Now I had quite a few requests just before I left and for different things, and whilst I was away, it's taken me a minute to sort of get myself back into the swing of things. So I will plod on through everybody's requests. Might take me a minute, that's all. That's why you're not hearing from me. Well, I did contact most of you yesterday, but I am very slow. I'm not going to get it all done today, for example. So yeah, just bear with me. I'll try and be as fast as I can, but I have to go downstairs and get things, and I'm very slow. So that should be my middle name, Slow Mo. So what is everyone up to? I didn't even get a video done yesterday. And also I've been feeling really tired. And the night before my husband snored all night, drove me bananas. And I literally didn't sleep from 2:52, like very disturbed because I couldn't sleep because of the noise. So yeah, so yesterday I was a bit hopeless. Okay, I'll put a little stitch in here and come around the corner. I'll just finish off this thread and then finish the rest of it afterwards. I think all of the houses, so this one, and this one I'll do with this blue. I think I'll do that with the same blue as well. So all of the bases of the houses are going to be with the blue. Otherwise, I think it just becomes, it's a pretty busy scene. It's only small. So you don't want it to sort of be overwhelmed by crazy stitching everywhere, although it could. Okay, I'm going to probably my last stitch with this thread. So I just will continue across the bottom of the door and up there. And you know, ideas come to me as I go. Like, I don't necessarily know exactly what I'm going to do when I sit down. I just start from what I know. And then as I stitch, things come to me. And I know lots of you, this is, you know, lots of you have already finished your pages or blocks, whatever you want to call them. It's really the same thing. So absolute whizzies you are. Sass and I are always trailing behind everybody. Okay, so you can see that it's going to outline my houses. Now my roofs. What did I want to do? Now I have to choose a colour. I could use this colour. I would use that colour. Maybe I want to use I might use a more terracotta. Won't be very nice on that one. No, not that colour. Oh, what about if I use this pinky red? I wonder if I've got enough. It's not very good on that one, you see. That would be good on that one, so I could use it on there. And I'll use a different red. It's too dark. Let's see this one. This one might do. That one will be good on those two. So, well, maybe I'll use that red there. And maybe I'll use 3 different ones. The coral. The coral blends in too much with that house. The darker coral. So I'm going to do 3 different colors on my roofs, but all of the bases of the houses are going to be, and the church, are going to be blue. So I'm again going to only take 2 strands. I might cut that a bit shorter because otherwise that piece will be ridiculously short. I need to get that color again. Right. Right. So this one is going on the church, and I'm going to just do a whip stitch. I call it a whip stitch or an overcast stitch. I come up next to this there because it saves thread. You use less thread if you come up next to, rather than going like that and then coming down over here. Just save that little bit of thread. There's just going to be a lot of in this these trees. There's going to be these trees on this page. There's going to be a lot of sort of overcast stitch and backstitch, I think. And I had an idea how I'm going to do my fence, so we'll do that. And I'll show you how I'm going to do my windows. I was going to do some mark making on this tree, I thought. I need to embroider a wreath on there. I probably should draw it. I'll do that afterwards. that's why I can't show it all on video, because it'll take for a very long time. So next week we have our reveal, remember that? Next week is reveal week. Gosh, it comes around quickly. Time is flying. So I'm going to run out of thread here, so I'll end that off. You can see. And yeah, each house is going to be different. So I'll continue with that afterwards. Okay, now with this tree, I was thinking, I am going to jump a bit all over the place just so I show you all my different thoughts. My chimneys are going to be some sort of brown, I think, just a back stitch, so we don't need to do those. With my house, with my tree, I think I might use this variegated perle cotton. I got this from, it's DMC. I got it from the sewing basket in that box of threads that I got from them. The tree trunks are going to be just probably the same brown as the chimneys. Or should I do the chimneys grey? Or I'll do them like an elephant sort of grey, or I'll do them brown, but the tree trunks will just be a dark brown. I've got to put a cross on top of my church. That can be in grey. So yep, I've decided grey there. And then I'll probably do grey or brown on the windows. So we'll decide that in a second. Anyway, here I've got to put a star on the top of this too. So here I'm just going to do kind of like mark making really. I'm just going to do rather than, I'm not going to do seed stitch. I'm just going to do straight down stitches. Try not to get them all in a row, as I was doing marks with a pen. Excuse me. There's a few clouds today. It's still hot here. It's not as stinky hot as it was before we went away. There were a few storms, as you probably saw in the north. It was quite a very violent storms. I think they had a bit of rain here. We just had a few storms down in Puglia, nothing that really cooled it down too much. Just made it more humid, really. Yeah, but the weather has calmed down here a little bit. Still hot, but not as hot. And cooler at night. And as I'm stitching, I'm thinking, what am I going to do on the other trees? So this tree, I think I'm going to go with a darker green and just do this stitch around each piece. And this one I'm going to do rows of running stitch. That's what I've decided as I'm stitching this one. As I said, I only know one thing that I'm going to do. And then the others just come to me. Mum has been trying to call. I've been trying to call her, and she's been trying to call me, and we can't seem to get onto each other. The connection's poor. I don't know whether it's at my end or Mum's end. It's very frustrating. I haven't spoken to her for a few days. And when you're doing like these sort of raw edge applique, you do want a nice sharp needle, because a blunt needle will just really fray your fabric like crazy. I think once I get a star on the top, it'll be good. So it is a Christmassy sort of village, but not exaggeratedly Christmas, because I haven't used traditional Christmas fabrics. I think I might just stick with the same, although I wanted a darker. So you can only just see that, but that's all right. It's giving it some texture. It'd be good when it gets a star on top. I'm wondering if I could use that there. Or no, I was thinking a darker, so I think I'll change my thread. This one's quite a thick one too. I'm wondering if it's a number 8. I think I'm going to use this colour. On my tree over here, am I on screen? And actually I've seen my mum's done this before. That's where that idea has come from. I'm going to go down the centre. It's a very fray sort of Sanderson type upholstery fabric, this one. So the more stitching you get on them, the more they're going to be okay. So I'm just going to do running stitch. Always make sure you readjust and pull your fabric back out, otherwise it's going to be all puckered. I'm going to do 5, so 2 on either side of the centre. You kind of, with running stitch like this, you're kind of feeding your fabric onto the needle. And I just need to come down here and do a couple of stitches down there, and then I'll need a new piece of thread. That's it. No, I don't think I'll make it with that thread. Okay. Okay, so and you know, it's raw edge, but it's fine in the sense it's going to be in the book. It's not like I'm washing it or anything like that, otherwise it will eventually just fray away. So it's all right for this sort of project. I wouldn't be bothering with anything like fray check or anything like that unless it really super bothers you. Oh, and also for shipping things, our post office is open every second day. Sometimes I can go to town and it's open every day, but sometimes I can't. Like today I had to sit and do this, so I'm shipping tomorrow. Yeah, but sometimes, yeah, I can't ship every day. If you're wondering why things haven't headed out yet. And I'm going to use this colour, I think. I don't know the numbers. They're all DMC, these. I just put them on there. I think I got these from the Crafty Op shop as well, the sewing basket. I can't even see where the beginning is. Where's it gone? I wound it on. Is that it? No. Is it? Yes. This one's thicker again. I think this is the number 5. So this one, I said, I'm going to start here, so that way I can then, when I get down here, I can continue on onto this piece. It's quite thick. So I make sure I do little stitches and maybe not too close together. Now I could have done it directly when I was attaching the little pieces. I don't know, for some reason I do the job twice. I like to have it fixed before I sort of decide what stitching I'm going to do on it. Okay, and then I'll go around this one. So I'm just trying to remember in my head, trunks are brown, chimneys are grey, window details are going to be like a dark grey. I might go around my car in red. I hope I remember all this stuff that I'm telling you. And I've got to do around the bottom, and then that one is finished. So very lumpy bumpy sort of trees. It's because my page is quite small, so any details are going to be all squished into there together. I'm thinking, what colour do I want to do my fence? I may have been happier with this thread if I had chosen a thinner one, but I've done it now, so I'll just go with it. And that's it. Okay. That away. And let's have a look. So it'll slowly come together with the little details. So let's do, I'll just show you, I think I've showed you before how I do windows. I'm going to use this. That's a really nice grey. I think I'll use this one. And what I'll use this browny grey for my picket fence, I think. Again, I'm just using two strands because it's quite small and I don't want to have, you know, it to be too thick. So all I'm going to do here, I don't even know, I haven't decided if I'm going to even outline them. I think I'm just going to come up like this, do a big stitch there. It's the fastest way. You could do backstitch for your windows, and then I just put a little teeny tiny stitch over there just to anchor it all because they're big stitches. And that's my little window. So I'll do this one as well. Just a minute. So that's those ones, and then the church. So I'll do those ones after. The church, I'll just put that aside. I need a longer piece. I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'll go around I'll go around in backstitch the car windows. Oh, the church I was going to do something like this, I think. I was going to come up to the center. See, and to get it to go fairly straight, I just go like that, hold it, and then come down like that. And I'm going to have, I do two, yeah, I'll just do two. Create 3 window panes, if you know what I mean. So I just hold it across there. I might even put my stitch in as I go. Yep, they're going to be my church windows. Like that. Then we've got the cross. I'm thinking I might do that. I'm not going to do it in brown because I got brown up there. It's in the wrong spot, but I'm going to do it here. Put my cross up there. I might do 2 stitches. I'd like it to be a bit thicker so it stands out more slightly. Might even do 3 stitches. I don't want to go in through my knot. If you go in through your knot, then you have trouble pulling a needle through. There we go. It'll stand out slightly. It won't stand out that much because it does kind of blend into the background, but there's my little church cross. I'll just do 2 there. I didn't knot it so well. Then I'm going to grab my Frickson Pilot pen, and this door I wanted to have the little window pane. So that'll be backstitch, and then just 2 going up one, you know, like one stitch. Here I need to do my wreath. I'm going to do a little wreath on there. I might put like a red doorknob on there. And I might put a little wreath on here. I won't be able to see it, but I'll draw it there. Yep, I'll put a wreath on the church, I think. What else? Oh, here I'm going to do the ribbon. I might do it green. And so I'll just do the same sort of stitches here. And then we'll do that now. I'll do it a nice bright sort of colour. I need to add a bit of bright. And I think I'll do my wreath. I need 2 strands, excuse me. My wreath on that door, I'll do that quite bright, I think, as well, so it will stand out. I might even use this green. Just wanted to give you sort of like an overall of what's happening on here. And then I'm going to do little snowflakes in white. And they will just be like five stitch I think I'm going to put my bow on the top, I think. So I'm just going to anchor that down because they're long stitches. So just anchor over the top of the stitch. And then for my little bow, I'm just going to do 2 daisy stitches. Not too big. And I'm not going to pull them too tight, I hope, so that they don't squish. There we go. So they don't elongate too much. Okay, so we can end that off. So just a lot of changing of colours and chopping and changing a bit in it. Nothing too complex as far as stitching is concerned. I am thinking I would like this colour. Yes, I think I would like this colour on my wreath over here. Now, it's very small, but I thought I'd do just a little wonky feather stitch. Sort of chop and change sides. I cannot see the circle I've drawn. And then I'll put some little red berry. Very fiddly business because it's so small. I don't want them to be too big. Probably the wonkiest circle you ever did see. I need to join it all up. I can hardly see it. Anymore. I'll put little berries on there and then you'll be able to see. It's a very wonky wreath. It's a handmade wreath, let's say that. That's why it's wonky. Okay, berries. I might I'd even do them in a pinky sort of colour. And they're just going to be little French knots. Hopefully it'll camouflage the wonkiness of it all. I'm wrapping 3 times. I've got 2 strands. It's all about the camouflage. You can see it's quite time consuming. Let's see. I think I'll have another one here near that one. And one up here. Yeah. Okay. Now I wanted to work on, just get the fence started and show you how I'm going to do that. I just try and put some of my threads away that I think I might not use again, just so I don't get out of control with the amount of threads that are out and about. Yeah, that's better. See, camouflaged it a bit. I need to do start on my fence. I might use more strands. I won't use, well, I could use that. I think I'll use, how many have I got here? 2. I'll use 3. Three strands. And rather than just doing backstitch, I'm going to do my fence. Oh, it's very short, that one, doesn't matter. I'm going to do my fence a similar way to the windows, which I thought would be a little bit faster. So what I thought I would do is I'll start over here and come back this way where I've done my drawing. I'm going to have a long stitch across there. What is that? And a long stitch. Just be careful not to pull it. This is just make it up as you go. And then I'm going to have my other part of the fence going in the opposite direction. And then where they meet, I'm going to put a little stitch to hold it all together. Because if I do that all with backstitch, it's going to take me forever. little stitch there, because you don't want big long stitches that aren't anchored down, because they catch and they're loose and they don't sit properly. We need to go here. We need to put a stitch in there and a stitch here. And there. Okay, and then so that's how I'm going to proceed on and do my fence. Let me see if there's anything else I need to cover. No, I think I'll just plod on and work on that. I think that's enough. That's all going to be done the same way. All the windows are going to be done as that, like the ones I showed you. That's going to be backstitch and then just 2 long stitches there. I'm just going to have 2 little stitches coming down for the trunks. The wheels here, I'm going to go round like this. I don't know what colour yet. I thought I might go round the car with red, just do the little back stitch, and then I might do the wheels with blue or something like the opposite sort of thing. I can go around the windows here in the same way that I went around the houses. Chimneys are going to be back stitch, and then the snow, I think that's about it. The snow, do I have any white? It's kind of like an off-white. I'm going to use this. What a mess. Here we go. Two strands. Well, you probably won't be able to see them. Will I do 4 strands or 2 strands? I think just 2 strands, that'll be fine. It's a 2-strand project, and I'm just going to be doing like a cross. I'll do them all different sizes, and then one just through the center, and they'll be wonky. That one's wonky, but that is going to be my snow. Very simple. Oops, and be careful not to pull it. So an X. And then one or at the top or going the other way just to anchor it down like that. That's going to be my snow. And I'm not going to do them all perfect or anything like that. They're just going to turn out the way they turn out. And I don't know whether I'll do them everywhere or maybe just to here. I'll decide that once I've put more on, I think. So that's how my snow is going to look. You see that? I may need to come back and put a couple over there as well, but I think I'll just continue on in this direction. So quite a bit of work to do. See, when I approach it, like if I'm not doing a video, I would finish the outline of all the houses, finish the outline of all the roofs, do the windows, then I would do the chimneys, do the tree trunks, sort of, you know, finish each little bit off as I go along, sort of thing, in a more methodical way than what I've done in the video. I can do one more. Hopefully I'm on screen, because I did zoom in. Can I do one more? Maybe I can. Do one over here. Okay, and I have pulled it a little bit tight, but it is what it is. Ow, I stabbed myself. So I think I've covered all of the little bits and pieces I need to do on my piece. Yeah, it's going to be cute with the little snowflakes. So they're going to come down, and then I might have them just thinly to here, and that's it. Maybe one there. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that and got a few little ideas if you haven't finished your page off yet. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.